cancer, learning disabilities, attention disorder, autism, asthma. Every single one of us knows people who have suffered from one of these health problems. Of course, if there's anything we can do as parents to prevent our children from harm, we'll do it. But what are you supposed to do when you learn that we are all routinely exposed to a toxic chemical that can cause cancer or other devastating illnesses?
My name is Emma Hallis O'Connor. I'm the Advocacy Coordinator with the Environmental Health Strategy Center.
My name is Barbara Tobias, and I'm a grandmother of 3. I live here in Falmouth with my husband.
My name is Bianca Baker. I'm from Scarborough, Maine. I have 2 children, and I am concerned about the BPA in our products.
Hi, my name is Emily Lyons. I have recently been concerned with the effects of BPA.
We are one of the 11 groups that are part of the Alliance for a Clean and Healthy Maine. The Alliance is a statewide coalition that works to protect our health by phasing out unnecessary toxic chemicals from everyday products.
BPA is present in 93% of all Americans. BPA is an endocrine disrupting chemical. It mimics a naturally produced hormone, estrogen. The problem is that when a developing fetus or a child is exposed to BPA, that disrupting a natural human development can cause all kinds of problems later in life, including learning disabilities, prostate cancer, breast cancer, obesity, heart disease, asthma, behavioral problems, and according to recent studies, kidney and cardiovascular complications. What researchers do know is that the #1 source of exposure to BPA is very likely to be packaged food.
I can give you an example. It is in the lining of these cans.
The problem is that when you go to the grocery store and try to buy BPA-free foods, it's not so easy, even if you're well informed. A few brands have gone BPA-free, but most of the time we just don't know.
Last year, the Alliance for a Clean and Healthy Maine and a whole bunch of moms from all over the state were involved in this campaign to try to get the Maine legislature to pass a bill that would require the biggest food companies to tell us which products contain BPA. And we passed that bill with bipartisan support. Then Governor LePage vetoed the bill, and we were just a few votes shy of overriding his veto.
After the veto, we asked Governor LePage to use his executive authority to contact just 10 of these large food companies and request information about which products contain BPA, but he refused to do that.
What happened is all of these people, especially moms, were really frustrated because at the end of the day they knew they weren't going to get that information about which food products contain BPA. So they decided to take matters into their own hands, and we've been helping them out with this video project where basically they're both trying to raise awareness about the issue that we still don't know which foods contain BPA, and they're also trying to put real pressure on the manufacturers who make this stuff and let them know loud and clear that consumers want safer products, and they definitely want information about their products. They don't want to be left in the dark anymore.
I'm at Bozer's office. This is Rose. How may I help you?
Rose, good afternoon. My name is Barbara Tobias, and I'm calling from Falmouth, Maine.
Hi, my name is Megan Rice.
Hi, my name is Bianca Baker, and I'm calling from Scarborough, Maine.
I'm calling today because I'm looking for some information about your products.
I am trying to reach Mr. Bozer to discuss getting a list of the products that Coca-Cola produces that contain BPA.
Specifically, the products that you guys manufacture in cans that contain BPA.
I'm just concerned for my kids and for me as well about the BPA that's in your products.
I want to know about all of your products and specifically which ones may or may not contain BPA.
And I was just wondering if you had a list that you could provide.
Actually, we don't have a list of which products have BPA, which we've actually transitioned to about 30% available. We're still going through the testing and the, reproducting phase, so we don't have a list of which cans have BPA and which ones don't. But Mr. Boza is traveling, and I won't see him again until the 24th of March.
Okay.
But if you will send me an email with your request, I'll see if I can get it to one of our associates and have someone respond to you. And I can certainly document any type of questions you have and forward it to a company representative for review, but I would not be able to answer any questions. I can put you in contact with an individual here in our Consumer Affairs Department that, on behalf of the CEO and the chairman, works with consumers. So I'm thinking that would be the best person to to have you speak with, and maybe she can provide that information.
You're trying to help navigate me, so I was just trying to understand if I'm talking to somebody who's well informed on this issue, because I'm trying to get the best information possible, as this does concern my children.
Do you have a list of, I guess, maybe what used to contain BPA? And
well, all of our cans used to have BPA.
Okay.
I would not be the one that would respond to your questions. I am not well informed on BPA. I've heard of it and I know what you're talking about, but I'm not well informed on it. But I don't have to be, because I'm not the one that would be answering the questions, if that helps you at all. I could not recommend a specific, one of our products to you if you want to avoid it.
Well, I wasn't surprised to get an assistant. I guess I was surprised to have her pick up the phone right away. She said that Mr. Bozer is out till March 24th.
So I've just called Kellogg and left a message with Carrie Walters, who's in the Consumer Affairs Department. I'm waiting to hear back from her.
Well, that phone conversation was incredibly frustrating, as I was unable to get any answers.
I felt like she was really quick to pass me off. Send me an email on that and I'll do some research. I don't believe that I'm going to get a whole lot of information.
I have also contacted Campbell's, and unfortunately I was not able to find a Denise Morrison there. I'll have to do more research before contacting them again.
The whole thing was just convoluted and bullshit, essentially. I did not receive any answers.
Why can't they give us some information? So that brings us to where we are today. We're a group of volunteer parents and concerned citizens who have decided to take matters into our own hands.
I think that once we start to build this movement and more people are taking action and sending messages and sending emails along with these moms who are sending their videos, these companies will start to feel the pressure and feel the need to communicate with their consumers what they're doing about this really harmful chemical.
People often don't know about certain things. They have to be educated about it. And these grassroots and volunteers, they are capable of doing that.
I think I started to really be aware of this issue because my sister has 2 young kids, and when they were born, even though she's a physician, she wasn't able to figure out what kinds of products were safe for her kids, and there was so little information out there about how to avoid things like BPA and other toxic chemicals that this really made me realize that there needs to be more information available to parents if even a doctor can't figure out what's healthy.
Why are we poisoning our children?
Yeah.
Why? Why are you allowing poisoning to happen to our children? And it just struck me that that is something that I am wildly against, and I really wanted to get involved, and I'm an advocate, and I want to advocate for children's health, and I feel like I didn't know what was in the product stream. And I didn't know what I didn't know, and I do have some illnesses that could be chemically related.
It's scary.
And it's very scary.
Only through persistence can we really change this broken system where food companies feel comfortable leaving food riddled with toxic chemicals on the store shelves. Join us. Visit our website, write an email, or pick up the phone and urge a food company to eliminate BPA from their food packaging. And make sure you also talk to candidates who are running for office in your area about BPA in food cans. Help us protect our families from harmful chemicals so that our kids can grow up safe and healthy.